Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on WWE Raw 20th of February 2017. We kick off the show with a graphic in memory of Georgie Animal Steel, who unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago. If you watch my newsroom, you would have already known this. Please rest in peace, Georgie Animal Steel. Then we see a video package from the Festival of Friendship, where Chris Jericho got beat down and the betrayal of Kevin Owens. And then we kick off with Kevin Owens sitting in a seat with a spotlight on him in the ring. He says the spotlight is solely where it belongs. He can answer questions that is on everyone's mind. Why? Why does Kevin Owens think he can walk out fast and he's still the WWE Universal Champion? If when he was 15-year-old, someone could tell him that he would defend the WWE Universal Champion in the main event of a pay-per-view against Goldberg, he would have told them they are crazy. Not the part about him being champion and being on pay-per-view. The crazy part would be hit the opponent. Kevin commented on the Goldberg chant. This chant makes Goldberg think he is invincible. That is a chant that makes Goldberg think everyone believes the hype. Kevin says he never believed the hype. Even when Goldberg was running through everybody in WCW, Goldberg has never impressed him. What about how Goldberg embarrassed Brock Lesnar in a minute and 26 seconds? That's because Lesnar underestimated Goldberg and Goldberg got lucky. Kevin says he knows what to expect and what to do. No one expects him to retain the title of Fastlane. He will prove everybody wrong. He'll walk out the pay-per-view as a champion. He will tell Bill he does not have to beat him, he has to outlast him. Kevin says the longer Goldberg match goes, the longer the scales tip in the opponent's favour. This will be Kevin's match. Kevin just has to outsmart Goldberg. Everyone knows that Goldberg does not come close to Kevin. Kevin says he knows how to play the game better than anybody else. He waited his whole life to become champion, and nothing will stop him from keeping that title. He said Goldberg, he came back to show his son and wife that superheroes exist. He wants his title as a prop in Goldberg's superhero fantasy. Kevin will show you, your son and everyone else that superheroes do not exist. Kevin stands up and tells Bill that the fans can chant for you all they want and say you're next all the time and it won't matter because you're nothing. And as far as Chris Jericho goes, drops the mic and walks out. Great promo. He's getting booed. He's got massive heel heat. I'm loving it. This would make you think this Raw's going to be amazing. It flopped massively. I'm sorry, but this Raw was pretty bad. Let's move on. I did enjoy the promo. Then we go to Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus in a number one contendership match for the Raw titles. Enzo and Cass, usual promo stuff, pretty good. Cesaro teased the gotcha neutralizer, but Enzo jumped on Cesaro's back. Cesaro dumped Enzo over the top rope, but Cass hit each for the crossing for the pin. Enzo and Cass are going on to Fastlane to face the club for the championships. I cannot wait to see that match. It might be really good. The match was alright. After the match, Amore ran down Cesaro saying, you were number one contenders, you were chicken tenders, and told the Swift Superman, we got that kryptonite, and then he got bro kicked. Unlike previous times when Sheamus did a heel move, Cesaro was totally cool with Sheamus blindsiding Enzo. Is this revealing a heel turn for Cesaro? We'll have to see where this goes, but as far as I'm aware with this storyline, it's moving on. Add a couple more bodies in there, I'll be probably happier, but it's alright. And then Kevin Owens is walking in the back and Mick Foley wants to know what he is doing. Kevin says he's leaving, but Mick says Kevin has a match against Sami Zayn tonight. Owens just laughed and said, Mick, I thought you liked Zayn. He told him to watch out because he's going to wind up having more people on his injured list than in the locker room. I enjoyed that promo. It's great. Heel Kevin Owens, which sounds weird, calling him heel Kevin Owens, but actual heel Kevin Owens, he's managed to push himself from the tweener that he really was, because everyone loved him, to the massive heel of the company right now. It's great. And then Mick Foley's in his office on the phone. Roman Reigns enters. Mick tells Roman that Braun has a match tonight against Show. He tells him to wait until Fastlane for Strowman. Roman agrees. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows enters. Carl says three of them have some unfinished business for Raw. Carl suggests they finish tonight. Mick tells Roman to find a partner that can have a match. Roman says he doesn't need a partner. He can handle it on his own. Piss off Roman. He's acting a lot more heelish, which is making me want to hate him. So I'm allowed to hate him because I think he's turning heel. Please let me just hate him, and then I won't feel bad for hating him because he's a heel. Let's move straight on. Then we had Brian Kendrick versus Akira Tozawa. Brian demands that Tozawa shakes his hand, but he refuses, so Kendrick connects with the clothesline, and then Kendrick attacks Tozawa and kicks his neck into an exposed turnbuckle, and then applies the captain's hook. Puts on his jacket and walks to the back. I don't think the match actually officially started. I'm not too sure. Brian Kendrick was asked about his actions. He said, "You do not disrespect him. When he offers to mentor the kid and throws it back in his face, he showed that kid has a lot to learn. The first lesson is respect." I liked that. Brian Kendrick's moving on away from the main event scene, and I like it. He's now got stuff to do, which is good. Then we go on to Roman Reigns versus Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Gallows gets a chair, but Reigns kicked Gallows. Reigns looks at the chair, picks it up, and I think hits Gallows and Anderson with a chair, and the referee calls for the bow. So DQ win to Gallows and Anderson again. After the match, Reigns hit the never-ending story on Anderson and Gallows with uppercuts, but Reigns with a Superman punch to Gallows. Anderson comes off the turnbuckle. Reigns with a spear. Typical Roman Reigns-esque crap, to be honest. So let's just move straight on. Michael Cole did the old Gorilla Monsoon gimmick from the 19th century where Andre the Giant faced Big Show stuck, building up the Strowman match, saying that they had 800 pounds of extra reinforcement to support the ring. Despite the fact you've had more than £1,000 in the ring at one time when you do tag team matches. Logic, I don't know. Let's move straight on. Xavier says they have some news for you. First, his YouTube channel is about to hit 1 million subscribers. Congratulations, up, down, down. Go check him out. Secondly, he'll be hosting the SXSW Gaming Awards. Then the New Day will become the hyenas of the new Lion King movie. Really? I'm up for that. They'll be working to bring everyone New Day ice cream, and they'll be hosting WrestleMania. I didn't think I'll have that in there. Okay, yeah, spoiler for Newsroom. I'm not going to go into that now. Kofi wants to talk about the ice cream. He said, Bo Dallas just showed the blueprints for their ice cream machine, but the New Day have photographic memories. So they put blueprints back together. Kingston had it on a mini iPad. Big E started talking, and then Lana interrupts him. She has her own iPad showing the blueprints for the ice cream machine. She reads off the ingredients. Kofi wonders how she got the plans. Big E say, "You know she's Russian, right?" And the fans like that. Weak joke. Basically, the match is for the ice cream plans for some reason. Let's just move on. Woods scared Lana with the trombone, and Woods catches the tablet and breaks it. I assume her tablet. Big E with an elbow to Mahal, and then Kofi tags in and hits a midnight hour for the win. Great. Let's just move on. They've got nothing for these guys. They are cold as ice cream. This seriously are at the minute. Then we go to what I would say is my personal segment of the night. Austin is in the ring with Jack Gallagher for the Cruiserweight title contract signing for Fastlane. Austin tells Jack his talent and skill has put him in this position. Jack says they're not here for the pleasantries, just give him a chance to dethrone the delusional king of Cruiserweight. Signs the contract. Neville makes his way, sign the contract and leave the ring. Jack asks Neville why he's leaving so soon. Jack says he's hoping they could put their differences aside. He bought some tea and biscuits since they're both British. He was hoping they could break the bread. Jack. Neville says asks Jack if he's for real. He tells Jack just to look himself. Jack is what these American imbeciles expect an Englishman to be. He tells Jack he should be ashamed of himself. Neville calls Jack a caricature and a stereotype. Neville says that Jack does not exist. The real streets of England just look like him. Rough and ugly around the edges. Neville says you are just what the universe wanted him to be. You do whatever these people want. He does a great impression, like, "Oh, you're them crumpets." He does a really posh English impression here. It was great. Neville can actually really do a good promo. He said these people are not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. After he's done with Jack at Fastlane, the only people laughing will be Neville. Jack, during this point, somehow Austin Aries just disappeared. Jack says he has to correct Neville. He's not playing a gentleman, he is a gentleman. This is how he was, and this is how he was raised. He is not Neville's problem. You think you're a king and you're better than everybody. I will not stand for that. Neville just turns the table, goes into Gallagher's face and said, "What are you going to do about it?" Pie faces him. Neville scores a quick double leg takedown. A few shots Neville. Then Neville manages to get up, and then a bloody massive headbutt from Gallagher to Neville. Knocks Neville to the floor. Gallagher also appears to be shaken. I think he hit himself pretty hard on that one, to be fair. Neville started to climb back in the ring. Gallagher picked William III off the turnbuckle, put it in next to his neck, and then just like, back off, bitch. And he just kind of steps down. It was great. I loved that segment, to be fair. Gallagher and Neville are always entertaining. Please, somebody get behind them. I want to see this succeed. Then we go to Nia Jax versus Sarah Pearce, another local talent / NXT developmental talent. Jax pinned Sarah Pearce with a Samoan drop in about 30 seconds. And then shit interview number 1 did an interview with Jax where she was asked about the controversial surrounding of Bayley's win over Charlotte last week. Jax said she's put the champion on notice. She wished that Banks and Bayley pulled that stunt with her last week because she would have shoved that crutch down their throats. It was alright. Give it something to do. Then they honoured Barack Obama as part of Black History Month. No, they didn't show that angle from April 2008 where someone dressed up like Barack Obama faced a fake Hillary Clinton, which ended with Umaga destroying both of them. That would have been great to wear, but no, we honoured Barack Obama, probably one of the best US presidents in a very long time. Come at me, I think he was. Then Bayley walks in the back and she hugs a few people on the way to the ring. Then she makes her way to the ring. She talks about being able to celebrate her win in California. It's where dreams are made. Her friends had their dreams, but she wanted to be in WWE and also stand at WrestleMania and be able to call herself a champion. Bayley says she still cannot put the feeling from last week into words, but it's awesome. After she goes to the back last week, she had to call her dad. Bayley tells her dad that she did it. Bayley thanked everyone for making her feel cool in front of her dad. Of course, Charlotte is trying to tarnish the best week of Bayley's life. Bayley tells Charlotte to face the facts because she's Raw Women's Champion. Then Stephanie McMahon comes to the ring. Piss off, Stephanie. Stephanie shakes Bayley's hand before getting a match. She says Bayley had her dream included her wrestling for the title in the main event of Raw. Did she envision hearing people chanting "You deserve it"? Did she envision almost tapping out and getting a tainted victory? Was your dad's silence saying you did it? Did he think Sasha did it? Stephanie said you should take a look on people's faces because you're good and honest. You have a good moral character. Are you willing to throw all that away to hold a championship that you didn't really earn? Stephanie said Bayley, she knows she would relinquish the World Champion. You don't want to win the title that way. You're better than that. Bayley takes the title off her shoulder. She holds it. Stephanie says you had this defining moment. Stand up to the girls and win the title for the right reason. Bayley holds the title and Sasha music plays. She comes down the ring. Stephanie points out that Sasha is interfering again for Bayley. She says, do you think Bayley is too naive and do you think she cannot win on her own? Do you think Bayley is a charity case? Sasha tells Bayley not to listen to this garbage. She says Bayley won the title fair and square. It's not letting Bayley give it up because of what she's worked to get this title. She says Bayley listened to the WWE Universe. She asked people if Bayley should give up a title. They went no, because she shouldn't. Stephanie wants to know if Sasha loves Bayley because she knows she cannot beat Charlotte, but Bayley can beat Sasha can beat Bayley. Bayley says Stephanie's right. The title means everything to her. It's bigger than her, Sasha or Charlotte. Bayley says she's worked her entire life to become champion and not to have it handed to her. While she's spreading courage to the world, everyone, the title should be represent happiness, not controversy. Bayley asked if she should give up the WWE Women's Championship, and she said there's one answer: hell no! She's not giving up the championship. She pinned Charlotte for the 3rd time, become the women's champion. It was not because of Sasha; it was all because of her. Bayley said she will fight all of you and defend the title anytime, any place. Charlotte's music hits. She comes out of the stage. She apologises to Stephanie for the two ingrates being so disrespectful. Charlotte says she does not want Bayley to give the title back because she's going to take it back at Fastlane. The Queen of Pay-Per-View is invoking her rematch clause. Sasha tells Charlotte to stop running her mouth. She says her knee feels fine. Why not one more time tonight? Charlotte says Sasha thought the title is on Bayley's shoulder. If she has a chance to injure Sasha, she's not going to pass it up. Stephanie ordered the match to start right there and then. Then we have the match, which was fairly good, to be fair. Dana Brooke goes to the ring to interfere, but Bayley stops her. Dana is the worst helper ever. Charlotte kicks Sasha and allows Sasha to hit the lung blower, followed by the bank statement, and Charlotte taps out. Yeah, it was good. Same old, same old. And that's the same what happens. Charlotte loses on Raw, wins on pay-per-view for the minute. Then we take a look at the video package of the new Hall of Fame inductee, Diamond Dallas Page, DDP. Again, check the newsroom for more details on that. We're not going to go into it, but congratulations. Sami Zayn is in an interview area and he's asked about his match against Kevin Owens. Sami said he went on the highlight reel 5 months ago and he said this would happen. He does not want to gloat. He said that Samoa Joe very well too. They are terribly selfish people. They'll justify their actions. Kevin has done it for years and he's now seen it from Joe. The inevitability of Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe is that it catches up to you. The real Kevin Owens has to deal with Goldberg at Fastlane, but he'll have to deal with the ass kicking tonight. It was a good promo. Zayn goes to the ring for their match. Samoa Joe attacks him from behind, sends him to the apron, punches, pulls Zayn's jacket over his head. Joe sends him into the ring post, punches, and again into the ring post, back sent on the floor. Joe screams, "This is your world now," sends Zayn into the ring to face Owens. Zayn is rolled up into the ring. Referee checks on him to see if he can wrestle. He wants the match to happen. Kevin Owens, 2 running clotheslines, cannonball. Owens kicks Zayn and then referee warns him. Owens with another cannonball, punches, and then a pop-up powerbomb to get the 3 count. Zayn got destroyed. It was great. I'm loving the whole moving in the storyline. Then we have a graphic and a video in memory of Ivan Koloff, who unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago as well. No mention of Nicole Bass this week, maybe next week. Still, she needs to rest in peace. Then we had a very good segment. Stephanie wants to know where Mick Foley was when Sasha and Bayley showed up and showed her no respect. Mick said he was enjoying every moment of what happened. Stephanie told Mick not to test her. She said Mick Foley is being insubordinate. Mick said she told Stephanie not to treat him like he was stupid. Mick said he listened, trusted and believed in Stephanie. Seth was on the injured list off WrestleMania again. Mick said he has been a supporter of Samoa Joe since 2004. He said he knows what he's doing here. Mick said he's committing career suicide. He will not let Stephanie's greed get in the way of what is right. In threatening tone, Stephanie said, "Watch yourself. I wouldn't want you to have an accident." Is she going to kill Mick Foley off TV? Please don't. That's harsh, man. Then Michael Cole did a sit-down interview with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. He mentions what happened the last 2 times Goldberg and Lesnar met in the ring. However, he brings up Goldberg's match at Fastlane. Paul says his client is on edge and a bit anxious. It might behove Cole to lower his voice and adjust his tone. Paul said Owens vs Goldberg match will affect Brock at WrestleMania. His client disagrees. Brock gets up and takes Cole's seat. Paul says Owen established himself last week as something Owen should be most violent champion in WWE. Brock disagrees. If Goldberg takes Owens as lightly as Lesnar took Goldberg, it'll be a long night at Fastlane for Goldberg. They disagree. Paul says Kevin Owens is hitting his stride. He will shock the world at Fastlane. Kevin Owens has a chance to walk into WrestleMania champion. His client disagrees. If Goldberg hits his spirit at Fastlane, he'll walk into WrestleMania champion, and that will be just one more thing for his client to conquer at WrestleMania. Great promo. I'm enjoying that. I can't wait to see the match at WrestleMania. It's going to be great. Wait for my live reactions and you'll see how I actually feel. Then the ring has been reinforced for the main event. Braun Strowman, Big Show. Show sets up for the superplex, like the old spot. Strowman blocks it. And then we see Show go for the Vader Bomb, but Strowman avoids it. Strowman with the power slam for a near fall. Straps it down for Strowman. He grabs Strowman, but Show grabs Strowman, but Strowman blocks it. Strowman with the power slam for the 3 count. Braun Strowman beat Big Show. It was a pretty good match, actually. And then after the match, Roman's music plays. Even before Braun's, he literally just straight after comes to the ring, punches Strowman, and then a Superman punch or 2. Strowman goes down. Reigns waits for the spear. He runs into a drop kick from Strowman, which was great. Strowman picks up Roman and hits a running power slam on Reigns, and we end Raw. It was really... It picked up by the end. After the Jack Gallagher promo, it picked up. But for the moments in between that, it was just kind of like, Because after the Strowman, the Neville thing, we had like all the promos, but before that, it just felt like a drag. This episode just felt so long and just took its time. But anyway, it's an average episode of Raw. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like if you have. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.